prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
What's up, guys? Dane Davis here. Shout out to Boogie Bentley Dauber and the Indie Kid over at Talkin VAWLS Network on YouTube. VAWLS fans, head over to their YouTube channel, Talkin VAWLS Network. Smash that like button and subscribe, baby. Go Big Orange.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to drop a quick little video, talk about this Josh Heupel offense. We've got some comments from Kirk Herbstreit we're going to look through. Also, big scrimmage later today for the Volunteers. Gonna finally maybe get some answers. Going to see where this quarterback competition is going. Hopefully, we'll get some good reports coming out from that later today. Also, later tonight, we are going live, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Should be a good time. We've been doing the Fall of the VAWLS series. We're going to change that, put a positive spin on it. We're going to be talking about the rise of the VAWLS, what Josh Heupel has to do to get this program headed back in the right direction. But also, it's going to be your show. You guys kind of run the live shows. So we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you want to argue about quarterbacks, we can do that. We can talk about defense. Just join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Should be a good time. Also, go ahead and do me a favor before we get rolling. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up just below the video. It helps the analytics, helps drive the channel. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, you're wondering what this is. We're just three Tennessee fans that love talking about the Volunteers, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. We're not experts or insiders. We are fans just like you. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click that bell for notifications. And if you want to have a good time, join us tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Always a good time on the live streams. But let's jump into this article. It's Go VAWLS 24/7, written by Ryan Callahan. A couple of days ago, it says Kirk Herbstreit weighs in on VAWLS' new offense under Heupel. So let's just get right into it. Tennessee season opener September 2nd against Bowling Green is a little more than 3 weeks away. It's actually right at 3 weeks away today. So again, this article is a couple of days old, but man, I'm fired up. If you guys can't tell by the tone in my voice this early in the morning, I am fired. I'm ready to get going. I'm anxious. I'm curious. I'm excited to see what this football team is going to look like. The article says the Vols are now a week into preseason camp, preparing to make their debut under first-year coach Josh Heupel, coming off of a tumultuous offseason that featured a coaching change and plenty of turnover within the program. Kirk Herbstreit has a good idea of what Tennessee fans can expect to see on the field this season. The ESPN college football analyst appeared Tuesday on Knoxville radio station WNML 99.1, the sports animal, and discussed the Vols' hiring of Heupel and the offense he is installing at Tennessee. I have always been a fan of Kirk Herbstreit, and he always seems to – he keeps it real when it comes to the Vols, but I think, honestly, it seems like he likes Tennessee. Like he realizes that it is a good thing for college football for Tennessee to work their way back. Always been a fan of his. I love watching College Game Day. Brings back good memories, man. Celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary yesterday. 20 years been married. And some of our best memories are living in a small little apartment, no money, and just waking up on Saturdays in the fall, cold breeze outside, crack open that door, turn on College Game Day. It just brings back memories. Always been a fan of Herbstreit. Little trip down memory lane there. Says Herbstreit said during his appearance on the Eric Ainge Show, co-hosted by former Vols quarterback, that Tennessee fans are going to love Heupel's style. But Herbstreit added that the Vols are essentially starting over from ground zero under Heupel because of the large number of players who left the program this offseason via the transfer portal. It is ground zero. Tennessee is starting over from ground zero. And again, to go back to the Fall of the VAWLS series that we've been doing. And I know some of you don't like it. I see the comments. I get it. It's not for everybody. But it's kind of been a trip down memory lane as we've gone through how do you win a national championship in 1998 and then just going through 5 coaches in 13 years, the ups and the downs. But I think it's almost good that Tennessee starts over from ground zero. And that's something we talked about during the Jeremy Pruitt era because – essentially, this came from inside. This was an internal investigation. It was based on information leaked inside. If Jeremy Pruitt was winning, Would that information have ever been leaked? And we kind of talked about on that video, was it worth it? Was it worth it to start this NCAA investigation that's hanging over our heads? Danny White just recently said that, they're on top of it so it doesn't drag out for multiple years. Well, I sure hope it doesn't drag out for multiple years because it is impacting this program. But at the end of the day, you basically cleaned house. You got rid of everybody. You got rid of the good old boys club. You got rid of the snake in the grass. You all know who I'm talking about. And now we can start over from ground zero. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to work your way back up. Article goes on to say, obviously, you guys know he's going to bring in an ability to put up a lot of points on the board. Herbstreit told the radio show the offensive style, it's very reminiscent of when Baylor had things really going with RG3 and the quarterbacks that they had when they would just spread you out. Let me say this about the quarterbacks because it's the hottest topic on this channel, the quarterback competition. I do not care who starts. I do not care. I just want to win. And I think regardless of who starts, whether it's Joe Milton, whether it's Hendon Hooker, or whether it's Harrison Bailey, we are going to see an improvement. We are going to see an upgrade over what we've seen the last few years in Knoxville at the quarterback position. Josh Heupel is going to improve the quarterback situation. And again, I don't care who starts. And when I tell you guys that I think Joe Milton's going to start, I'm not trying to sell you on Joe Milton. I am not telling you that I think he is the best quarterback. I'm telling you what I believe is that he is Josh Heupel's guy. That's what I'm telling you. So if Joe Milton doesn't get it done, then let's go with Hendon Hooker. Let's go with Harrison Bailey. I do not care. But regardless, I think we see improvement at the quarterback position. Goes on to say, and I remember a couple of times I would do a Baylor game, and it was before there were a lot of people running that offense. They'd have one guy like 2 feet from one sideline, another guy 2 feet from the other sideline, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I mean, they've got people spread out. What they're essentially doing is making you declare, are you going to be outside and cover these receivers, or are you going to load up the box and stop the run? Because those Baylor teams were getting 250, 275 yards a game on the ground. And yeah, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted when we talk about Josh Heupel and slinging the rock and throwing it around the field. Josh Heupel and his teams at UCF ran the football, and they ran the football well. Goes on to say, so Josh has kind of got you into the world of offense, and it's worked for him. They score, and they score in a hurry. They make it really tough with their vertical seams. They create on the perimeter. This is where I get a little concerned. You've got to have great linemen to win the line of scrimmage, but the numbers are typically going to be right. And the only people that can really blow up that offense are teams that have dominating defensive linemen when they don't have to commit the numbers to the box, but they can just win at the line of scrimmage without having to do that. They keep 6 in the box, whatever it might be, and be okay. So you're going to love his style. That concerns me because the number one question is people say, can Josh Heupel get it done in the SEC? Well, we saw him get it done at Missouri as an offensive coordinator. So I think this offense will work. I do have some concerns with the offensive line at Tennessee, especially when it comes to depth. The difference is I think we are going to actually see some player development. Last season, there was a lot of hype behind that offensive line, calling themselves TVA Dam. I think it was the Indy kid that dubbed them as Boone Dam at one point. But I think we have a good offensive line coach in Glenn Ellerby. I think we're going to actually see some development on that offensive line. Let's go down here to the end of the article, take a look at it. It says, obviously, Tennessee man living in Nashville, it's been a challenging time clearly for this program for the last, I don't know how many years. It's been a long time, Kirk. It has been a long, painful time. Shout out to one of our listeners, Daryl. This just popped into my head. He had some medical issues. I brought that to your all's attention. A lot of you guys were praying for him, which I know his family appreciates. Got good reports back from Daryl's doctor's appointment. And I sent a message back and I said, good news. Hope he's ready for many, many more years of life going through the misery of Tennessee football. It's a joke. It's a joke, but it's true. We've been through a lot. Battered VAWLS syndrome is a real thing. Herbstreit goes on talking about the players leaving into the transfer portal. Says, I'm anxious to see the kids and the players. Tennessee's one of those teams to me with a new regime starting well on September 2nd against Bowling Green on a Thursday night would behoove them to kind of buy into the new direction. I think it's that first game is going to be huge, not only for the players, for the fans, If they come out and lay an egg, this fan base is going to turn, and they're going to turn quick. He says the worst thing that could happen to these guys is to get off to a slow start and kind of roll the eyes and here we go again kind of thing. Yep, that is spot on. That is 100% accurate. He says hopefully they start fast and regain some confidence. That is spot on. That's the bad that you got to realize. Go back to the beginning of the article. We are at ground zero. We are starting over. We have to realize that when it comes to Josh Heupel, 6-6 is probably a good season. We need to accept that. But if they come out against Bowling Green on September the 2nd and lay an egg, this fan base is not going to have much patience. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. A lot to unpack there, talking about the quarterback situation, quarterback development, the offense, being able to run the football. Are you concerned with the offensive line? Are you concerned with Kirk Herbstreit's comments there about the defensive line being able to shut down this offense? Because we know there are a lot of good teams with solid defensive lines in the SEC. Will this Josh Heupel offense work? Leave me a comment. Let me know. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Don't forget to join us live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Going to be a good time. Those live streams, a lot of new subscribers on this channel. We've been pumping out a ton of content, making a lot of videos. The live streams are where it's at, so I hope you'll tune in and join us. They are the most fun. You guys drive the show. That's what makes it fun. Also, check out our merchandise here at bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. We've got the new retro VAWLS merchandise, several different styles, colors, all that good stuff. We've never done the tank tops before, so check those out. I got the football style shirts as well. Different styles, different sizes, different color schemes. And then the Egghead 2.0 shirt will be going away soon. If you want one, you better get one. I'm thinking maybe in a week we get rid of them. We got Ball Hoops merchandise, State Pride logo, all that good stuff. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
How like me, poets sat in arcade, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this inundated orb that we